Good day, everybody. It's the 16th of April. Welcome. I'm just here in the studio. I'm just about to do some waxing. I've got just a few tea bowls here, little sort of individual ones that you may have seen me trim. I can't remember. So I wanted to do some wax so that I can dip them in iron slip. So over here I have some wax resist, to which I have already added a little bit of water just to thin it a little bit. It's a little bit on the thick and gluppy side if you use it straight out of the bottle. It's always a good idea to add a little bit of water to it. So yeah, I've got different brushes here, just a regular kind of brush, which I'm probably going to use mostly. I've got another one like this, which is sort of on an extension, which is zip tied. That's basically one of these type brushes, if you've ever seen these. And these pieces here, if you can see there, it's already coming apart, you see. They actually are just held on there and there, and you can pull them apart. Well, if you do pull them apart, you can then use them to be creative. This is a double brush, which I haven't actually used yet. I've only just made it yesterday, so I may try that. I don't know whether I'm actually going to use it with the wax or not. And then of course a banding wheel, always useful to have. What else? Oh yes, I've just made a brush rest here out of a soft piece of clay. It will go hard. It's just nice to have something to put your brushes on so they're not all making a mess all over the table, and to stop them rolling away, because brushes tend to roll away like pencils. They roll off tables onto the floor, etc. So yes, so let's see, put this back up here on the tripod, bring it in a bit, something like that. But first, a sip of tea. Afternoons in the pottery wouldn't be complete without a sip of tea. This is another kind of tea bowl I made. I made it a little while ago, actually. It's one that has been I'll just show you while we're here having a tea break. That's actually been struck or paddled with a butter paddle. One like this, in fact this very one. So that, by smacking it while it's wet on the wheel and then carefully expanding it and bringing it back into round again, because when you hit them they go a bit out of round. So, and then this has had just wood ash sprayed over the outside. It's actually amazingly it's amazingly satisfying to hold. This kind of this texture on the outside makes it incredibly grippy, if you know what I mean. So anyway, just thought I'd show you that while we were here. Now then. So yeah. So here I did some of these a while back, and I thought I'd refer to some samples, some previous ones. These are basically what these are going to come out like. That's a different shape, but this is basically the same. It's the same effect. It's the wax. The pattern is first done with wax. It's then dipped in the red iron slip, and then it has a white milky glaze put over the top. That one is different. That one is cobalt. Yeah, just these are all basically that same glaze composition. That's the last one. Anyway, I thought I'd refer to those just as you know, as one does. So let's get a bit of this wax. Okay. Now, difference between putting wax on here as opposed to quite often, you know, you get wax and you use it, and then when you go to dip your pot in the wax, it doesn't resist. It doesn't resist properly, you know. I'm just thinking, though, these being a little, they could be a little drier actually for what I'm doing, and the wax is not going to dry on here so readily as it would on bisqueware. Now, if I was putting this onto bisqueware, it would dry very quickly, but because I'm putting it onto ware that has already got moisture in the wall, because they're kind of leather hard, I'm going to have to be a bit careful that I don't, the wax doesn't start running, if you know what I mean. Because if it does that, I won't be happy. So I don't want to load up the brush. I don't want to load up the brush too much, because otherwise I'm going to get a runny drippage. You see, I don't know if you can see there. I'm doing some. So just these are sort of going slightly at an angle like that. You see. Take a bit more on a brush there. Yeah, when you strike with the brush, you want to be a little bit quick, you know. Don't linger with the brush. When you strike, as you pull away a little bit smartish, if you know what I mean. You get a better tail, you know. The tail. Yeah. You'd be a little bit loose with the decoration here, don't be too tight, you know. If you look out on nature, nature's not very tight, is it? If you think about it. I think I can get one more in there, up there. Yeah, that'll do. That's a sort of so look at the Let's have a look at my iPad a minute. Let's see if there's a different one there I can. You know, it's nice to refer to. When I look at that one, I think of. What do you think of when you see that? I sort of see seagulls. Do you see seagulls? Something like that. Seagulls, maybe. Seagulls, man. Right. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, I'll have a go at doing that one. I'll have a go at doing that one now. That's sort of like grasses or flames. Grasses or flames. We'll have a go at that guy. So I'm getting the feeling actually I'm going to add a little bit more wax here. Just a dribble. Sure if I put too much water on. Right. Yes. So yeah, it's good to refer back, not to copy exactly, because you know, just to get some inspiration. Okay, let's see if I can come up and do it with you up here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but what I'm trying to do here now is so get a kind of it's a little bit random. As I say, you know, nothing in nature is absolutely symmetrical, is it? It's all pretty random. So it's good to try to keep that sense of, yeah, if you can imagine, you know, sitting beside your fire outside, you know, each flame that leaps off of the logs there's never another one like it, is there? It's always it could be grasses, of course, on the seabed, or sort of like some kind of sea vegetable that is growing up from the sea floor, you know. So when these are dry, I mean when the wax is dry, and quite soon after that, we will have to dip these in red iron oxide slip, which is a slip which I use quite a lot. It's 75% clay, can be the same clay that the pot's made out of, or it could be a red terracotta type clay. And 25% red iron oxide, synthetic. Yeah, I've gone over to synthetic red iron oxide. Of course, red iron oxide comes in different types. Red, Spanish, yellow. So now this here's a bowl that is somewhat drier, as you can see. I'm thinking I'm going to... I haven't used my double brushes, have I, yet? I have to... I'm going to give it a shot. That's it, you see. Get in there, be bold, don't be timid. Nothing's going to happen if you're timid. Right, let's see. I don't want this too full of... First thing is to think about, well, what you're going to do, you know. It could be as soon as I hit the pot with a brush, it runs. Especially if I'm loaded up too much of the... Yeah, sort of like just trying to think about what I'm going to do here. Kind of getting the feeling I'm going to... Okay, here goes. I don't know if there's any real advantage in having two brushes, but well, you could have done that with one brush, Simon. Why do you bother to have two? You're just complicating your life. Maybe. 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 I think one more there. What do you reckon? One more there? Yeah, one more there, maybe. So it's a sort of sweep around like that, you see. And to that, I may just add, sometimes you can do this, just sort of some random dots, you know. So give the feeling of, you know, like fruit or seed pods or something of that nature, you know. So I'm gonna have to drink some tea. So yeah, a bit of that kind of thing. It's just a little bit of, you know, very casually placed pieces of fruit, you know, or seed pods. It looks better if it's a bit casual, as opposed to if it's all very kind of carefully premeditated and worked out, you know, where you're going to put everything. Anyway, so that's about where I'm at the minute. Still trying to get my kiln done. packed, which I'm in the middle of doing. I'm still doing some glazing and stuff. Okay, folks. Well, thank you for joining me. Yeah, go to my website, simonleachpottery.com. There's workshops there, and there'll be some more pots up there as soon as I can get this kiln done. Have a go at making some of your own brushes. Adapt brushes. Buy cheap brushes and adapt them. Make them personal to you. You can do that. Make yourself a brush rest. Just roll out a little piece of clay, you see, on the bench, and then you just, once you roll it out, then you just come along and you press your brush into it to form the little place where the brush is going to sit. Okay, folks, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to continue now, finish doing these. And I will see you in the next video. Meanwhile, keep practicing. That's the secret. That's the secret. I've had 2 people write to me in the last couple of days showing me pictures of mugs that they've made with handles put on very nicely, and clearly happy with the results, and saying that they persevered and they stuck with it and the practice paid off. Okay? Don't forget, practice pays off. Okay, take care now. Bye-bye.